that's not true. If it is, then I guess I'll do an hour. I just can't imagine they're doing that, though. Why would they limit the stream to an hour? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, hey everybody, Kyle the Drink Pro here with you yet again. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Trevor. What's going on, Trev? We got Mike McAllister. He's not sipping on much because he's going to be busy for the next 2 days. I understand that. Looks like it's going to be a pretty cool time. I am sad I couldn't make it, but I'm sure it's going to be a blast. And I will find a time to come visit that personal bar because I'm betting it's pretty damn cool. Unfortunately, just not this weekend. And we got Nate in the chat. What's up, Nate? How you doing, my man? I'm going to turn this camera a little bit so I'm more centered. And then move this annoying light out of frame. Go away, light. I don't need you for this shoot. Captain Spaulding. Hi, Captain Spaulding. I think today is going to be a fun day. Mike McAllister has set up a really fun tasting for me to go through. And I'll probably explain this a couple of times because I imagine people will sort of trickle in over time. That's usually how these streams go. But long story short, a while back I had asked people to send me a donation and a request. Basically, if they knew they wanted me to do something, shoot me a couple bucks and say, hey, I'd love to see you do this. Mike McAllister took me up on that. And what I'm doing today is actually 5 pours from my own collection. But they were blind selected by Mr. McAllister. Yolanda has poured them up. I actually don't have the answer key in here. I'll have to run out of the room to go get it when it's that time. Phone Doctor 123, what's going on, my man? But in the meantime, before I go get that answer key, I gotta taste this stuff. And not only do I have to taste this stuff, I've got a couple of things I want to tell you about it blind and see if I'm right or not. I'm betting I won't be, but we're gonna try it. Also, as you can see, I have hair right now. You really get a good look at how balding I actually am. You know what? I just decided to own this because the internet. Because the internet. So you can look at all of my glorious balding glory. You can see where my hairline is, and you can see why I shave it. Actually, I don't shave it. I've been trimming it down with clippers without any... appreciate the love, Nate. For anybody who hasn't, go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, I've been just cutting it down with clippers, and I've just been lazy and haven't gotten around to it. So I need to start shaving it because it makes it so I don't have to do this as often. But I figure, you know what? I'm sharing with the internet, I might as well. You gonna buzz your head via live stream? I mean, I could. That could be a live stream component at some point. I thought about doing like one of those like shave your beard for charity things. Might do that. Too much stress lately making you lose your hair. I've been losing my hair, man, but you can really see it when it grows in like this. McAllister's got a couple of things. Okay. Yeah, so the 3 things Mike wanted to know, and I'll tell you some other things. I talked with my wrenches, Nate and Trev, and they had a couple other things that I should try to reference in the in this stream. So we're really going to up the ante. So Mike McAllister mentioned there were 3 things I'm looking for. What is the theme-ish? Which one does not belong? And which bottle is the one I'm trying? I've already got the which bottle am I trying. I forgot about this other 2. I'm glad he mentioned it again because we had talked about it already before. But I'm also going to be trying to guess the price of the bottle, blind, what the value of the bottle is, and by what I mean by value is how much I would pay for it. So I'm going to guess price. I'm also going to guess what my personal value dollar amount would be. Then I'm going to give it a rating 0 to 100 based, of course, on the Whiskey Jug scorecard that I love so much, which goes from transcendent to no. Finally, I think that's it. I love the dramatic finally, and I already said it. So that's what we're doing. I might take a step back. I feel kind of like close to the camera, but I don't know. I've been shooting my, I was using Yolanda's old camera for a long time, but I didn't like how the videos were turning out. So the recent videos I've been shooting on just my phone, they look pretty good. It should be good, Captain. I hope it is. The videos have been looking pretty good in my humble opinion. I'd like to do a couple things to make them look even better and sound better in particular, but let me know in the comments of my videos if you like the new close-up angle, if you don't like the new close-up angle, if you want me further away, if you want more edits. I like to listen to the people who like to watch this stuff, so if there's a particular way you like to watch it, let me know. Oh, thank you, Nate. See, Nate's looking out for me. Appreciate you, brother. That's why you're a wrench. Proof. That was the thing that I forgot that I need to be looking for and did not write down. Proof. So I got to find the price, the proof, the bottle, the value, the rating, and which one's out of place, and guess what the theme is. What am I missing? That's it. There it is. Mike McAllister and Nate and Trev are all sample swapping in the chat. Love to see that. Okay. Guys, my body was not built for pollen, and my eyes are really itchy because it's springtime, and springtime means pollen. Well, I appreciate hearing that, Cap. He says some of the bigger channels could learn from the quality of your stream. I'm glad people enjoy these streams. These are a lot of fun for me, and I have seen some of the bigger streams lose attention. Not from other people, but from me. I try to make a product that I would want to watch. I know I'm a little manic sometimes. I know I'm a little all over the place, but I think it's entertaining and engaging. I've seen a lot of streams that people didn't feel like they had their hearts in it, That's exactly right. Nate just pointed out some of the bigger channels need to get back to what got them into whiskey to begin with. Just my 2 cents. And that's honestly why I do what I do. Because, I've got several people on this stream right now, and I have done 0 advertisement. I've even gotten off of Facebook. I may have to get back on just for the sheer fact of, raising awareness of the brand. But I have been so much happier. Getting off of Facebook, getting off of Instagram, getting off of the constant barrage of information. I started reading books again. I tried to read about a chapter a day. Mental health, man. That's the 2021. It's the summer of mental health. I'm having an emotionally healthy white boy summer. That's new for me, and I'm happy to do it. All right, so man, it's toasty in here. Do we have our air conditioning on? Whew, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check real quick because I am really burning up, and I want to not be. All right, we're gonna drop it a little bit. There we go. Get that AC going. Oh man. Okay. Nate said, "Ooh, book reading." I'm not usually a big book reader, only because my day job is an attorney, so I read a lot. And it seemed like a nice break from reading. But I tell you what, forcing yourself to read 1 chapter a day, it takes me 30 minutes, and it's a great decompression between my work life and my day-to-day life. So highly recommend it. Mike says, "I've learned to separate myself from news, current events, and drama. I'm so much happier. I fully understand." Yep, it will only get warmer while you drink. That's for sure. We got the AC going, so we're in a good place. All right, let's get into. So actually, you know what? I've got little caps on all these glasses, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take all the caps off. I want them all to breathe. Let's let these mothers breathe. Which I know may not be the popular opinion, but that's what I'm gonna do. I didn't get this far by trying to be popular. Oh man. Okay. Ooh, man, the smell of whiskey just filled the room. That's good. Nate likes playing with dinosaurs. Nate's child is obsessed with dinosaurs. The whole time I was there, he just kept pointing out dinosaurs to me and be like, "Hey, there's this one! Hey, there's this one!" I was like, man, all right. Oh, boy, what a place to start. Oh. You guys, number 1 is beautiful. And you might be saying to yourself, yeah, it's beautiful. These are from your own collection. Well, I've got a relatively expansive list of open bottles. I mean, there are a lot of people that have more opens than I do, but compared to the average Joe, I have a lot of open bottles. So, he selected from a list that had more than 100 bottles in that list. So this is what's really interesting is the first thing I got on the nose on this was super sweet and fruity. I got tons of honey, caramel, and blueberry. But then after letting it kind of breathe a little bit more, I'm starting to definitely get a nutty quality. The blueberry isn't totally gone, but there's still definitely a like cashew and a real sweet oak. I'm actually going to go through and smell all these before I taste them. Just because I think tasting does affect your sense of smell, and so I want to get sort of a preliminary sense of these. Ooh, okay. Now this one is a lot... This one... Wow! Okay. Okay. This one is a lot stronger. And, certainly a lot more citrusy. Captain Spaulding, what in the hell is blueberry? I'm telling you, man, I get blueberry a lot in some really... Well, my instinct was this might be Buffalo Trace, number one, because Buffalo Trace always has these sort of subtle blueberry notes. It's actually more like a candy blueberry, like a fake blueberry flavor. I'm trying to think of a good example. Or maybe like a freeze-dried blueberry. There are cereals that have blueberry, like freeze-dried blueberries in them. Yeah, this is much more grainy. Much more grainy. It's still sweet. Still got that honey sweetness, but it's not as, honey is a lot creamier. Ooh. Interesting. So, yeah, after smelling number 2 and I go back to number 1, it becomes younger smelling and more grainy. Smells like wheat. Number 2 here... Number 2 here is very, oh, look how oily it is. I don't know if I can make that visible for you guys, but yeah, look at that. Look at those legs. That's really oily. That's compared to like number 1. I mean, number 1 is sticking a little bit, but like this is still on the top of this glass. Very oily. So I'm definitely sticking with high proof on number 2. Oh, got it in my mustache. Knew that was going to happen. You really have to put like your nose down to not have that happen, but then I can't look in the camera. I want to look at you guys. I want to make direct eye contact while I'm doing these streams. I'm starting to get like an apple note. Citrus, apple, these are very familiar notes to me. I'm building this profile in my mind. Let's go to number 3 here. Number 3, I think, is the darkest one yet. Yeah, meaningfully darker than the other 2. These are also Big Daddy pours. Like, Yolanda was giving me proper 2-ounce pours, and there's 6 of them. Those of you who are good at math see the mistake that's happening right now. That's 12 ounces of whiskey. That's a lot of whiskey. And I'm telling you what, this is not going to all be low-proof whiskey. So it might be a hell of a night. If Chris is watching, congratulations on your new job. It's not that new anymore, but I'm sure it still feels a little new. And I may be moving slowly tomorrow. Now this one smells... This is interesting. Captain Spaulding says, Clyde May's cast strength is a huge apple flavor. That's good to know. Nate put soapbox and food guaranteed after 12 ounces of whiskey. This one is the most dessert-like. And by that I mean it's got the sort of sweet breadiness. But it still has a hint of... These are all really good. I've got some pours in my collection that are not very good, so... Trevor says, better order DoorDash now. I've got some nonsense fried rice that I can cook up later if need be. Oh, once again... Man, my mustache is going to be more full of whiskey than I am at this rate. Yeah, Captain Spaulding noted Stag Jr. also has an apple flavor. This actually could be Stag. It doesn't smell as high proof as Stag, but it's got the oakiness for sure. I could see a cherry, which is also a big thing in Stag Jr. It's got the apple. It's not as peppery or oaky on the nose as I typically think of Stag being, but it is hot. So I think if I taste that, I'll probably know pretty quickly if it's Stag Jr. It won't be Stag Senior. But this one, it's like cinnamon roll. That's really what I'm getting on 3. Getting cinnamon roll. Good. It's a good nose. Good nose. Oh boy, here we fucking go. Look at this. Look at the color. Look at the color. Look at the color difference. What the fuck's going on out there? Hoy. Hoy, look at that color. Look at my fucking weird gap. What is going on with my fingers? The hell? Don't look at yourself on camera. You'll start to get weirded out and forget you're on a live stream. Anyway, this is meaningfully lighter than any of the others. And it smells like fruit juice. I mean, fruit juice. I mean, it smells like fucking... Ugh. Nate says, I'm going to guess the theme is young distilleries or all but one Indiana distilleries. I'm not convinced what the theme is yet. We'll see. Still early doors here. Still early doors. Which is a British phrase that I have definitely commandeered. I love the phrase early doors. So, I'm going to use it. McAllister says, I've given no... Oh, shit. Now I'm spilling... I'm a mess, guys. I'm spilling whiskey all over my table. I'm stirring too aggressively. Gotta slow my roll a little. God, this thing, it legitimately just smells like apple juice. Like, I've smelled this 4 or 5 times. Like, this is definitely not American. This is... My guess, I'm going to go ahead and guess just based on the nose, is that this is the Speyburn companion cask. The OLHQ... pick of Speyburn, just based on the nose, because the color is super light, so I think it's Scotch. It's got that slight maltiness that I think of with Scotch, but it is so freaking fruit juice. A funnel will cure the problem. You're not wrong, Captain. You're not wrong, brother. All right, let's go to 5. The color's looking more like look at this tiny pour. Yolanda. It's not very consistent with her pores. Somebody go tell her. My fingers look weird on camera. I gotta stop looking at my fingers. I'm getting self-conscious. It's getting weird. Okay. Whoa, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What is that? Well, you know, my instinct at first was like number 4 was obviously the odd bottle from the group. I really hope number 5 is the odd bottle because, woof. This thing, it's dusty. Oh, it's very dusty. Trevor, you're not no hand model, that's for sure. You ain't wrong, brother. I am not no hand model. The hand model pro. Yeah, look at that sexy hand. Look how jacked up my joints are. Yee. Fun times. I'm going to stop. There is certainly like a website for hands that I'm just don't want to be a part of. I know there's stuff for feet, which is why you will not see my feet on this channel. Don't go looking for them neither. Anyway. This thing smells like... like wet grass. Like wet grass and wheat And Lemon Pledge. Ooh, not a lot to not like about that pour. Saved it. Saved it. Feet pics for OnlyFans. That's right. Yeah. Or patrons. If you want to join my Patreon, patreon.com/thedrinkpro. Boop. Pay me money and maybe I'll send you a feet pic. I don't know. Actually, no. If you really want a feet pic, there's how you get the feet pic. The Patreon will get you fun extra videos. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we do talk OnlyFans every stream, Trev. I don't know if this is part of Mike can tell me this much. Did you have 5 pours or 6 pours in your message to Yolanda? Oh no. Oh no. This is going to get bad at the end. I don't want this. God damn it. The 6, I got a pour labeled. I'll just show you the label. It smells like metal shavings. But this is not one. This is one of Yolanda's picks. This is not from McAllister's lineup. So that's a whole separate thing. So that won't be part of my guess for the odd one out, and it won't be part of my guess for the theme. I'm going to go ahead and write theme because I feel like I'm going to forget that I'm looking for a theme. I'm also not going to guess the theme. I can tell you that right now. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to go ahead and say this because people are going to ask about it in the chat, I'm sure. So I've smelled all of them. Definitely preferred the first 3. The 4th one is good, but it's definitely Scotch, and I was already in bourbon mind. 5th one's janky for some weird reason. The 3rd one smells a lot more... I don't have any Pinhook left, Trev, so 5 wouldn't be Pinhook. 3rd one smells a lot more... how would I put it? Baked goods. It's very sweet, but it's got this sort of like sour cherry vibe. The 2nd one... Actually, now going back to it, the number 3 smells a lot more like sour cherry and fruit. Aaron White's in the chat. What's up, Aaron? The 2nd one smells a lot more sweet and fruity and baked goods like a blueberry cobbler. Oh, man, and 1 smells totally different now. Now 1 smells straight up like a ginger snap? All right. That's twice now. I've gone through all the no's. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. I'm going to start with 1 through 5. We're just going to go right in order, and then I'll try to guess the theme at that point. No. Yeah, what the hell? I'll guess the theme at that point. I'm very indecisive. I'll guess the theme at that point, and then I will go to pour 6, and then I'll do the reveal. But for each one, again, now we got 11 people in the chat, or in the stream. Welcome all. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that Mike McAllister, big shout out to Mike McAllister, he provided me a list for Yolanda to blind pour for me of 5 different bottles from my open collection. He got to see my list of pours. Out of those 5, I have to guess the price. I have to guess the bottle. I have to guess the proof, and then I rate it 0 to 100 based on the Whiskey Jug scoring scale, which I'm very fond of. Which, there we go. There it is. Now we're focusing. Screenshot that if you want it. What else? Oh, I'm going to assign a value, a dollar value, which will very likely be different from the regular price. I'm going to pick out which one of these pours is out of place. Hint, it's not the Yolanda pour. It's not pour 6. And... I gotta guess the theme. I don't expect to get it right. Nate's asking, anyone actually drinking anything good tonight? I don't even care if it's good. What are people drinking other than Mike? Yeah, Mike's taking it easy, I think. Mike and Aaron are gonna have a weekend full of drinking, taking a night off. I wish I could have joined you guys. Got a sick dog I gotta take care of, and Yolanda's feeling some type of way about it, so we're gonna take care of it. Yeah, Captain Spaulding got a sample of Redwood 12-year port from a friend. He doesn't know if he's a fan of it yet. We got a poor man's Russell's 13. Somebody's been watching Mash and Drum streams with Rare Bird. Is it Rare Bird? I think it's Rare Bird. I'm not great at remembering all the names of all of the whiskey influencers. Russell's Private Barrel, always a good choice. My Phone Doctor. Brian Toner's got BT and Weller's Special Reserve. All right. The Redwood Port does look interesting. I have my reservations, but I've never tried it. Would love to, though. All right, let's dig into this. Let's start drinking some whiskey. I've been doing this chatting and making bullshit up for 25 minutes. Let's drink some whiskey. All right, this is number one. I know I already went through it once. I'm going to nose it again. I'll give a quick, brief version of the nosing notes. Okay. Well, this is why I wanted to do an initial nosing, because it's amazing how much your palate changes and flavors shift and scents shift. Because right now on this, I'm not getting a lot. Oh man, the glass is freezing cold. What the shit? Oh no. I gotta go turn the AC back off because it's going to affect the nose. God damn it. I wanted it to stay cold so I could be comfortable, but now it's negatively affecting my ability to do my job. Okay. So I will warm up the glass and I will warm up myself. Unfortunately, I don't really want to do that, but oh, it smells good. This is a really nice one. All right, let's just taste it. This is an easy drinker. Jim Helvey tapped open a bottle of the new Legend by Fred No. How is that? Brian Toner says snort some. It may happen before the end of the night. I got a bad habit of getting whiskey where it's not belonging. That sounds much worse than it actually is. It just gets in my mustache. This is interesting. I mean, you know, after smelling it initially, it gave me this really sweet, fruity flavor, but going back and forth, and I got this cashew note, and I got an oakiness, but yeah, and see, this is one of the reasons that ice is frowned upon by a lot of whiskey drinkers, because even just having a cold to the touch glass from the AC blowing right here in front of me. Turn that off. I kind of did this to warm up the glass. It really awakened the scent. The notes become a lot more prominent. So it really, I mean, this stuff really matters. It makes a huge difference. Especially if you're used to drinking. If you drink on a regular basis, if you're drinking with a high level of awareness, if you're paying attention to your drinking for, several pours on a regular basis, then you'll notice a difference between a cold glass even and a room temperature glass. But yeah, it's grain forward. Not in a bad way. It's just not so old that it smells like oak and not so spicy that it smells like pepper. I don't think it's a rye. Honestly, what I've noticed a lot of times is that when it smells grain forward, if the grains don't have that sharpness of a rye, it usually just means it's sort of a normal pour, slightly on the younger side. I think I'm just going to try to start with like ratings. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get bottles. Like that's a bold assumption that I'll be able to figure out what bottle this is. Well, I'm going to try to guess the proof because I'm telling you right now, the proof on this is lower. It's got a pretty decent finish. Nice lingering, not pepper. Well, a little bit of black pepper. A little sting. But it's not crazy. It's actually pretty bland. I may eat those words later. It's pretty bland up front. It's sweet and not that interesting. But it's not offensive at all. Sweet grain ethanol. Honey. Very slightly nutty mid-palate. Oaky mid-palate as well. In the finish, a nice lingering white pepper. It lingers for a while. That's a solid bottle. I'm going to say... Oh... Could that be... could it be Elijah Craig? I don't think so. I mean, the more I sip it, the oakier it seems to get. And somehow it's almost disappeared, so I'm going to have to watch that. Because that went away fast. That was 2 ounces. Okay. Oops. I feel like that's... Oh, fuck. Okay, so there's 2 ways I could approach this game. I can either try to be right or I can try to be close. I'm going to try to be close. And by that I mean, you know, there's an instinct in me that says, oh, I'll go for 90 proof or 93 proof or 100 proof because they're very standard. But gun to my head, if I had to guess the exact proof of what's in my glass right now, I would say 95. So I'm going to say 95 proof. Rating. I think it's a satisfying daily drinker. On the high end of it, I really like this pour. I'm going to give it an 89. It's not going to be an expensive bottle, I don't think. I think the price is probably $50, and I think it's probably worth $50. Brian thinks it's Mellowstone. I don't think it's Yellowstone. I guess it could be. It could be Yellowstone, but the Yellowstone I have is a cask strength. So if that's Yellowstone, I'd be really surprised. D Brown, Eagle Rare vibes on A. It could be a store pick. I've got a couple Eagle Rare store picks open. That's not a bad guess, D Brown. Shit, now I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm drinking. I don't have a list in front of me. I just gotta rely on my brain to remember what the fuck bottles I've got open. There will be swearing in this. If you didn't guess, this is not kid-friendly content. Oh. Yeah, Yellowstone's not my favorite either. Oh, what could this be? This could be Russell's. But the Russell's picks are way higher proof than that. All right, I'm going to say that's 100 proof. I'm changing my proof. That's 100 proof. What do I have that's that oaky? I mean, I got Knob Creeks that are that oaky, but there's no way that's a Knob. If that's a Knob Creek, I'm going to be deeply confused. I'm going to say that's Jefferson's. I'm going to say that's a Jefferson's Ocean. Just based on kind of nothing. And I'm going to revisit these. Spalding said grape. That's typical Eagle. I don't remember saying grape. I may have, though. I like that people are avoiding their children while they're watching me. That's great. Great to hear. Oh, but after one, two smells so good. It's just very berry. As much as I thought berry, one was berry forward at the initial run through. 2 is a lot more berry forward. Berries, honey, molasses, maybe a dark brown sugar. Oh, it's very good. Strawberries. Very sweet. Caramel and brown sugar are really prominent. Vanilla, obviously. Maybe like a brown bread, maybe like a slightly breadiness. All right, let's taste it. Damn it. These are all tasting the same. They're all super generic. Let me clear my palate here. There's no way this is Stag Junior. It's not nearly hot enough, Captain. Although there's a really distinct possibility that my palate is just broken. And so, like, maybe I should pull one of these, like, 90 proofers off the shelf and see, like, you know, if the 90 proofers taste like water, then I know all these are going to be higher proof. This isn't Stag. There's nothing particularly unique about this.
How are you doing?
Not well. Do you want to come on and say hi? You look beautiful. Here, we can have you stand farther away from the camera so you're less...
Small? I think no matter what, I'm going to be small.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
I'm not doing well. I drank way too much of one way too fast.
Yeah, 1 is gone. Why is 1 gone?
Because, I don't know, it just happened. And 2 tastes just like 1. And I'm so screwed.
Do I need to go get you more of 1?
It's such a bad idea, though, because there's so much whiskey on the table.
Uh-huh.
I may need you to reheat that rice for me.
Right now?
No, but this is going to fall downhill fast, I fear.
How about, do you have bread?
No.
Oh, I can't make you PB&J.
Oh, we have bread. I just don't have it with me. I don't have any bread here.
Why would you have bread in here?
I don't know. You asked me about bread. Here, go stand close so it looks like you're taller.
It doesn't really work.
That didn't work.
Hi, Nate. I have to go back to work. Work on my computer and do stuff.
She's working hard. I'm hardly working.
I will go make you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then go eat Oreos.
No, don't make it. There's too much flavor.
What? Do you just want a piece of bread?
Can you give me some, like, chip? Like, we have, like...
Corn chips.
Yes. Can you give me a bowl of corn chips? My brain is broken and I'm only on pour 2.
How about just a piece of bread that's more bland than
No,
corn
but
chips?
it's yucky. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, 2.
You're a mess.
Ugh. Shit. This is not going well already. Mike, you stumped me and I'm only on the second pour. That tastes so much alike. I'm gonna All right. I don't think 1. Hold on. Fuck. Guess we're killing 1. Yeah, I'm gonna need more of 1. Is 1 in this room?
Yes. I will have to confirm with the key, but I'm pretty sure it's in this room.
If 1 is in this room, then that changes things. Because then it's like a hint. Here, envelope's on the table. Why don't you bring the envelope in here? and you can show people what it is, and I'll leave.
Okay. I just came down for some Oreos.
Well, I'm sorry, but you've been a... Here comes Yolanda.
Get out of here, mister. So how stumped is he really? Because here's the key for anyone interested. Take your screenshots now. It says key, no touchy. I don't know if you guys can hear him singing, but he is singing by himself. In our dining room by himself. Oh. Do what? One more time, Mike. Do you need to see the key again? Here's the key again. All right. It's gonna go back in the envelope. And I'm gonna go get my Oreos and go back upstairs to my computer. I will be back, I'm sure. Bye. Okay. Don't drink all of it.
Oh, a pirate's life is a life for me. What?
You forgot your plate of carbs.
Oh. I like reading the chat since I was gone.
None of them said it.
No, but Trevor said he was way off. That's helpful, I guess. All right. Nate's trolling me. I can't believe Mike did 5 different bookers. Could have. All right. Well, if I was way off on 1 and 2, I'm just going to say... I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to do. They were in Mike's order, and I feel like I should try to stay to Mike's order, but there's no reason for me to stay to Mike's order. Fuck Mike's order. I'm doing my own damn order. Numbers are just a construct, so I'm going to drink number 5 because it's different, and it's going to give me something to build on. Oh, and I know it's I can narrow this down. They're just 5 pours of Blanton's. This one I can narrow down. This thing, I know. Oh, I know what this is. This, I bet, just based on the nose, I bet number 5 is the Barrel Rye Store Pick. Let's taste it. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's hot as shit. And it's rye forward. Now that could be a light whiskey. But it's super... It's like, it's got real rubbing alcohol vibes. I just needed a win, Mike. I needed one that I knew was something different. I needed a win. I mean, okay, that could be... I've got a J. Mattingly that's at 139 proof. I've got a light whiskey from Obtainium. By the way, if Cat's Eye Distillery, if you're watching, you said you're going to send me a sample pack. I'm still waiting. I'd love to review it. I'd love to talk with you about it. Hit me up. thedrinkpro@gmail.com. I meant to make a little ticker, but I forgot to and ran out of time. So just take @thedrinkpro and at gmail.com to the end of it. So that could be J. Mattingly pour. That could be the barrel rye. I think it's a light whiskey rye, which so is the J. Mattingly, but it's not a rye. And then it could be the Obtainium. Now, do I think this is a rye or not? That's the determining factor. If this is a rye, it's got to be the barrel. Boy, that is hot. That is hot. And very alcohol forward. It's not bad per se, but I wouldn't drink it like this. This is not something designed to be drank neat. I'm going to say the proof is 139. I'm going to go ahead and say that's the barrel rye. Which the price point on that, I think, was... Shit. Well, now I'm going to fuck myself over. I think the price on that was $100. And my value on it's $50. I don't care for that $100 worth. Ratings. I'm going to give it a 77. Meh. Has minor flaws. One more sip. One more sippy sip. I do have Alberta rye, D. Brown. It could be J. Mattingly. Sounds like Jim Beam Peach. Oh man, we're starting already, guys. We're starting already. How did this stream go downhill so fast? Oh, because we're 47 minutes in. It's not actually been that fast. Time just is flying. Old Dub. I do have some Old Dub on the shelf. Ugh, it's got my sinuses all fucked. Ugh. Okay. Let's go to this apple juice smelling motherfucker. Slightly peaty. Sweet and soft and gentle. Ooh, that is actually more peaty than the Speyburn, in my memory at least. My memory of the Speyburn was, it was not this peaty. But God, it just smells exactly like it. What do I have down here? I don't have a lot of scotch. So, this could be a Glen Grant. It's not the James Buchanan. It's not the Compass Box. I don't think this is the Gordon MacPhail. This is definitely not Lagavulin. This could be a Japanese. Captain's giving strong opinions. Nate's giving weird opinions. Or Trev. I said Nate. Trev's getting weird opinions about Evan Williams Peach. Well, I thought this was going to be a gimme, and it's really not shaping out that way. I just don't think that's... I mean, maybe my whole palate's broken tonight. It can happen. And I don't know what has happened, but my nose is very stuffed up all of a sudden. Very aggressively and very quickly. So, I think I might just be fucked tonight. But, what is that? Fuck! It's... So, usually Japanese whiskey is light and delicate. Even though it's slightly peated. This is not light and delicate. And it definitely has some peat in it. It's young, though. It could be the Wee Beastie. It could be the Lagavulin 8. I don't think it's the Speyburn. I think this is peatier than the Speyburn. One more sip. All right. I think that's Lagavulin 8. If I get all these wrong, so be it. What's the proof on Lagavulin 8? 96. 96. Price on that, I think it was $80. Rating, I actually really like this. This is a really good pour. I know a lot of bourbon people are not peat fans, but for me, it smells like straight up apple juice with a little bit of peat over time. Palate's really nice and sweet and citrusy with a hint of pepper in the mid palate, and then the peat comes in to rock your world mid palate into the finish. Which is why my instinct was to say this isn't an Islay Scotch. My instinct was to say this is something else. Deep Brown is saying 0 for 3, and I don't know if people are just trolling me or what. I probably am going to go 0 for 5. I'm just okay with that. So I'm going to assume Deep Brown is trolling me and just push forward. All right. I'll give the value. I think it's right at $80. I think it's right on value. I would give that an 85 on my rating scale. Let's clear my palate again. Everybody in the chat is trolling me. It's not Balcones. I don't have any Balcones open. Brian. Let's go, well, fuck it. Let's just go back to number 1. I'll stick with your order. I'm going to get 0 of them anyway, Michael. I don't know what's going on, but I can't smell anything through my nose. I wonder if Captain has strong opinions about Balcones. Now I'm getting like a super sweet, brown sugary, honey. It's so light, though. Damn it. Why did you open the door?
I figured you closed it because I was talking to the dog.
That's true. Man, I don't know. It's definitely not ocean. But I can't put my finger on it. It smells so sweet and fruity. I'm like, this has got to be Buffalo Trace. But it's super light. And then it finishes really oaky. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to move the proof to 95 back again. I originally had 95, went to 100. I moved it back to 95. Going back to 95 with the proof, I'm going to say the price is 60, and I find the value at 50. And I'm going to say this is a Blanton store pick, because it tastes like a Blanton store pick. Boring, sweet, smells like Buffalo Trace, oaky finish. which I have a couple of store picks that are particularly oaky. So, we'll see. All right, let's go to number 2. I'm going to stick with Mike's order. Ugh. Oh, now this smells like shoes. What's going on? Let's clear the palate again. Clear the palate again. At fancy whiskey tasting events, this is what they give you. You're already drinking corn anyway. Might as well eat corn too. D. Brown is damn convinced it's an Eagle Rare. I don't think so. I get more berries on Eagle Rare. The oakiness, yes. But it's just too bland. Too bland. Alright. Trav says, new, does it smell like new or used shoes? Smells like fucking shoes, Trav. Now Mike's gonna lift the curse. Okay. I'm thinking, I paused there to think about what the theme might be, because the theme could help me figure out the bottles. I know Yolanda was trying to be helpful by opening the door, but she's listening to TV up there, and it's distracting as fuck, and I have super bad ADHD, and I can't focus. I'm trying to do a thing here. Okay. Now, the theme... So, if number 1 is blends, right? The theme could be, like, horses. I don't fucking know. Does Ardbeg have horses? Man, that definitely could be Buffalo Trace. Now that, yeah, that is the most Buffalo Tracy one yet. It's very light, very sweet, very boring, to be honest. Does have kind of a berry note. This is just going to go badly. I'm guessing the price is $60. The proof on this is lower. I'm going to guess 90 on the proof. Ooh, almost broke it. Okay. I think 1 and 2 are from the same distillery. Excuse me. See, now I go taste fucking number 1. This is very frustrating. Number 1 is now tasting nutty. D. Brown, if you were not here when Yolanda showed the key, then you're really missing out, brother, because you should know what these are. I don't know if there's a Russell's 10 in here. This is just a mess. I don't know how I'm going to get a theme on any of this shit. This is just going to be like a video of my slow descent into madness. I can't guess distilleries based on this. And you know why? Because I don't drink 4 pours every night. Okay? I drink like twice a week, and I've had to do that because health reasons. And it has ruined my ability to discern what the fuck I'm actually drinking. Because I've seen the fancy YouTube channels where they can figure out all the stuff they're drinking. And I know that I have a sensitive palate to a lot of different things. But I don't have the associations. I don't have the recollection. Let's just go ahead and skip to number 3. I haven't guessed number 3. I haven't tasted number 3. I really like number 3. Captain Spaulding says nobody is hating on you. I was right that A and B are the same distillery. Well, thank fucking God. Cause I was like, those are so similar. All right. Nate's giving me a hint. Same distillery, not BT. Okay. Thank you, Nate. C is my favorite one yet for what it's worth. Very soft and gentle up front. It's got a nice sweet oak, which I don't usually love, but right now it's a welcome reprieve. And see, I'm starting to feel the effects of the alcohol, and I'm recognizing it, and I'm going, number 3 is higher proof than it feels like it is. That's what I know. I know number 3 is higher proof than it feels like. Number 3 is the kind of pour that'll get you in trouble. Oh, man. Come on, nose. I need, like, smelling salt or something. That's not a middle finger. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to flip you all off. Because, like, I don't know if you can hear that. Listen. If you can hear that difference, then you know why only half of my fucking nose is working. Okay, number 3. Here we go. Ugh. God, number 3 is beautiful. Number 3 is definitely my favorite. Smell your elbow. Great advice, Nate. Great advice. Thank you. If you don't know, smelling your own body scent will really help you reset and then go back to a pour with fresh eyes or fresh nose, as the case may be. Now, I was always taught to use coffee, beans or grounds, but what I've learned is that coffee actually imparts a scent onto your nose, and the only thing you can really smell to get reset is yourself. So, smell yourself. It can be your arm. It can be your elbow. Just smell yourself. And then smell whatever you were smelling. Yeah, higher proof. Quite a lot higher proof, actually. Very sweet. Very oaky. Oh, this has got to be from Wild Turkey. It's got a little bit of that funk. Just a little bit. Let's taste it. Again. That's turkey. I really think that's a Russell's. I mean, I guess it could be a rare breed. But I don't usually like them super oaky, but that really... What's the Russell's Reserve? Are they 60 proof? 120? 120 proof? 60%? I really think that's a Russell's store pick. I'm not even going to try to guess which store pick, to be honest with you, because I'm just... We're not there yet. We as in me are not there yet. But man, I really like that. And you know what's funny is if you ask me blind if I liked Wild Turkey Russell's picks in particular compared to X, Y, and Z, I'd probably be like, yeah, they're okay. But that hits really good right now. Now, importantly, I had that after several other pours. And I think that for me, Wild Turkey hits best after a couple pours, just generally speaking. I rarely drink my Wild Turkey or my Russell's picks at all, except after a couple of other pours. So to me, that's informative, and I can like reference that. Michael with the shutout. I don't know if you guys are trolling or not. I don't give a fuck at this point. Man, that's good. $70. I really like that. I'm gonna give that a 92, meaningfully higher than the ranking on these others. And value, I'm gonna give that that's a $100 bottle. That's a $100 pour right there. That's really fucking good. All right, let's revisit 1 and 2 and see if we can't figure out the distillery now that I know it's not BT. Brown sugar, a little bit bready. That might be Heaven Hill. It's nutty enough to be Heaven Hill. Could that be my... I'm really tempted to start pulling out bottles and just pulling off of them to see if they're what I think they are. That could be the Elijah Craig store pick, which is sitting at what? 94 proof, and I said 95. I don't think that's Old Forester. I'm trying to think of places I have bottles from. I mean, it could be Beam, but I don't think it's 60 proof or higher. I guess it could be. But, like... it's slightly nutty. Brown says the hint was misleading. Well, I mean, it can't be that misleading. If they're not from Buffalo Trace, they're not from Buffalo Trace unless Nate was really, really trolling me. Which I wouldn't put it past him, but... D. Brown, if you want to elaborate on how the hint was misleading, I would love to hear it. I'm bouncing between 1 and 2 right now, Trev. Oh, man, this is kind of a mess. Ooh. Oh, I just learned something. Okay. So, bouncing between 1 and 2. 2 has a real distinct, slightly minty, but like sweet minty vibe in the mid palate that is meaningfully distinct from 1. Oh! Fuck. Just when I think I've got it. I think these are higher proof than I thought they were. Especially 2. All right, I'm gonna say they're both. This is just falling apart on me. Oh, excuse me. If you are watching this and you think this is easy, I strongly recommend having somebody set it up for you at a bar where they have a selection. Or if you have more than 100 open bottles at your house, somebody at your house do this for you. Because you'll be kind of amazed how fucking hard this is. And if you're not amazed by how hard this is, then you should start your own YouTube channel. Because that means you have a hell of a palate. Or you're just a drunk. Also possible. All right, let's just kill number 2 and try to give some kind of answer. It's light. Thanks, Captain. It's light. It's sweet. Very light, actually. Let's go back to A. Man. It could be a craft distillery. All right. All right, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to say that number one is Elijah Craig. I'm going to say it's the store pick small batch. I'm going to guess the price is 30. I'm going to stick with the value of 50. I'm going to say it's 89. Quite good. Proof 93. What is it, 92 maybe? 94. I said 95 before. I should have stuck with it, but 94. Number 2, I'm going to say is a Larceny store pick. I don't know what the fuck the theme is on this. Maybe store picks? So, Larceny small batch? Larceny single barrel. I'm going to say this is Larry, which is the name of one of the store picks. Also 94. I like that slightly less. Price 30. Value again, I'm gonna say 50. I like Heaven Hill typically. Gonna stick with 94 proof. 3 I have at Russell's. That's not Russell's. That's too sweet to be Russell's. It almost tastes like Weller. Shit. That's a really good... I really like that. I mean, I gave it a 92. When this is all said and done, that's probably what I'm going back to. Man, that's good. I'm just going to stick with the Russell store pick. I don't think it actually is a Russell store pick, but... Oh, fuck. I'm going to stick with it. You know what? Wait a minute now. Never mind. All right. Number 4, I think, was probably wrong. Let me get a chip. Let me clear my palate. Well, no, I've been doing so good without clearing my palate. Let me not clear my palate. Got the chip for later. That's definitely That's a peaty one. It's not Isla. That's a space side. Okay, that's peatier than I remember the Glen Grant being. And it's not Lagavulin. But it's peatier than I remember the Glen Grant being. So I think I gotta go with the Speyburn. What's the proof on that Speyburn? Proof on the Speyburn is 52.5. Does that check out? %. Man, I don't know. I'm going to say it's 100 proof. Everything else stays the same. 85 rating, 80 value, 100 price. I actually like this better than 80. 100 price, 100 value. I'm going to say it's the Speyburn. Number 5. It is a pick, D. Brown, yes. Number 5. God, that's just so... That's got to be the Barrel Rye. Like, I can't... I know people have been trolling me saying I didn't get any right, but, like, I've got to believe that's the Barrel. Akeem says, looking classy with the plaid shirt. What's up, Akeem? If you don't know, my man, I'm looking at 5 different pours here that Mike McAllister has picked from my collection. I'm trying to guess the price, the bottle, the proof, the rating, and then... I'm sorry. I'm trying to guess the price, the bottle, the proof, give it my personal value in terms of dollars and my rating, 0 to 100 scale, and then guess which one's out of place and gets a theme on all of these. I'm failing miserably. Miserably. I mean, it could be the Obtainium. I don't remember the Obtainium tasting this bad. That's gotta be the Barrel. It's so hot. All right. Ugh. I'm sticking with 5. It's just I can't vary. That's got to be it. That's just got to be it. All right, I'm gonna wait on 6. I'm gonna try not to read it, but I gotta know. I gotta know if I'm right or not. I think I can avoid. Okay, I think 6 is on the side. It is. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the side. Oh no! Damn it! I was so confident that 4... I don't know why this is. I was so confident that 4 wasn't Glen Grant. But it is! I even said it! Like, I'm surprised. Okay. I did not remember that Glen Grant was that peaty. The 15 Glen Grant is quite peaty. It's peaty... I said it was a Speyburn pick. And, you know, I guessed it wasn't as peaty as an Isla, which is a good call. But I really liked that. You know what? I just realized... I never gave a rating for number 2, which is now empty. So the world will never know. Speyburn pick, though. I was wrong. It was the Glen Grant 15. And, the Glen Grant... I really like the Glen. That's a good sign. I really like the Glen Grant. I've got a couple of bottles of theirs that I've been nursing. But for me, if you are, I guess I would say peat curious, this is a good brand. But you're sort of beyond the whisper of peat. If you like Scotch and you don't know if you like peat, because I think a lot of Scotch has a whisper that seems like peat to a lot of people, including myself. It's not. This is actually a whisper of peat. Well, the 12 is. The 15 is a lot closer. So that's interesting because to me, the Glen Grant 12 and 18, both sides, are a lot more subtle in terms of the peatiness. But that 15, that hits like fruit juice and peat. So much so that I almost mistook it for a Lagavulin. Until I realized it was not. I was just comparing it to fucking bourbons. Okay, number 3. Oh, the number 3! Oh, man! Number 3 is Knob Creek 15-year limited edition, which means it's 100 proof. Oh, let me take a step back. I'm sorry, let me take a step back. The number 4 I said was 100 proof. So, Glen Grant 15. Oh, I got it right. Can you guys see that? 50% alcohol. I will take that happily. Because I didn't look to see what the proof of the Speyburn was. I just felt like it tasted like 100 proof. So I will happily take that one. Okay. So it wasn't the Speyburn pick. It was Glen Grant 15, but it was 100 proof. Number 3, the one I thought was by far the best pour, was the Knob Creek 15-year limited edition. Now, this is at 100 proof. I put it at 120 proof, which is interesting because a lot of the Knob Creek picks, I actually think at first I thought this was a Knob Creek pick, and I varied and said it was not. But a lot of the Knob Creek picks are at 120 proof. In fact, I think all of them are. And so the fact that I put 120 proof for something that was a Knob Creek pour but was not the Knob Creek pick is really interesting. But I stand by this 100%, and I will actually probably go try to find another one of these in the secondary market because people don't usually seek out the 15-year limited edition Knob Creek. I should have bought a bunch of these. These are phenomenal, and here's a controversial statement for you, Internet. The Internet loves controversy. Here's my controversial statement. I have never had a 15-year Knob Creek store pick that was better than the 15-year limited edition pour. Not once. Don't at me. It's just the most complex, beautiful, wonderful blend. There's a reason I thought this was 120 proof when it was actually 100 proof. Yeah, and I priced this one. I said I thought the price was 70, but my value was 100. There you go. My value was 100. It is, in fact, 100. Brian says he only has about 5 scotches. I've got maybe 15 or 20. Man. Oh, that's such a good... I love that stuff. All right. So... this is not great. Number 1 and 2. Number 1 was the Old Fitz 14. And number 2 was the Elijah Craig 18. Now, number 1 I thought was an Elijah Craig store pick. At 94 proof. It was at 100 proof, so I wasn't that far off. I said the value was higher than the Elijah Craig store pick, but I still said the value was about $100 less than the MSRP. So I did not give a great value to the Elijah Craigs. Although I love the nose, I think the taste is lacking. I think that's something that really stands out to me with both of the Heaven Hill products that I correctly guessed they were both Heaven Hill and not Buffalo Trace, but I did not get the picks right. I said both of them were their budget line store picks, when in fact both of them were from their premium line. Not a great sign. But number 2, I said was the Larceny store pick Larry, and it was actually the Elijah Craig 18. Now on this one, I was much closer on the proof because the Elijah Craig 18 is 45% alcohol. I said it was 40. I said 94 proof. So it's 90 proof. I said 94. First one was 100 proof. I said 94. Nate asked how much I have left on the EC. This is how much I have left. I'm going to pour myself a little bit more of that against my better judgment. Mostly because I want to taste it. I want to taste it again now that I know what it is, and I've already finished the pour that I had. Yolanda's in the chat. Hello, Yolanda. Yeah, I think that tasting it right now, I think it's obvious that it's oakier than a normal Larceny store pick. But honestly, like, part of the reason that I've stopped buying a lot of expensive whiskey, I'll be honest, like, I bet the liquor store connections that I have are slowly, or not so slowly, fading away from me. I'm losing my connections. And part of it's because I've realized that the difference between the Elijah Craig 18 and a Larceny store pick blind is not that big. When you blind things, you learn things. And what I've learned is that I don't really value a $130 whiskey that much more than a $40 whiskey. D. Brown, you're right. Larceny is 92. But I wrote the proof as 94. So the proof numbers do not necessarily relate to the actual pour numbers, because I guess the Speyburn pick and said the proof was 100, even though the Speyburn pick proof is not 100. I sort of did this intentionally. Yeah, and then the Old Fitz 14. I mean, it certainly explains the nuttiness. I think the Elijah Craig store pick... So here's what's interesting to me about the 14. The first pour I thought it was a $100 bottle. The second pour I thought it was a $70 bottle. And the third pour, which was just sort of a guess out of thin air, was the $30 store pick Elijah Craig. So I think originally I recognized how the first pour was actually a higher dollar pour, a good value pour. Or, I'm sorry, not a value pour. And slowly over time, I lost my ability to distinguish that nuance. I gave it a very high rating. Second in the group that I rated. I did not rate the Elijah Craig 18. So second out of 4. But I think it's worth noting that I gave it a high ranking. Especially because... this is a bottle I own, and this is I think when I did my, series on the Old Fitzgerald decanters, this one was one of my higher ranked pours. So, it's a little troubling that I really think I gave up on 1 and 2. If I'm being honest, I gave up on 1 and 2, 1 and 2 were tricky for me. I couldn't place them. I knew they were from the same place. They were very similar. I stand by the fact that they were very similar because the proof point difference was 90 versus 100 and 14 versus 18 years. And it's all Heaven Hill distillate. So I stand by the fact that they were fucking close. And I just gave up. And I picked easy answers. But I really believe that the reason I went budget didn't have to do so much with me giving up, but had to do with the fact that I didn't guess until much later in the game. I think if I had just sat there and been patient, which I'm not good at, and spent a lot of time with 1 and 2, I probably would have guessed higher dollar bottles. And this is important, I think, for a specific reason, because if you have a real significant collection, 100 bottles plus, I would highly recommend that you pick your spots for your expensive bottles, because it's something that I've recognized I don't do very well, and I'm trying to get better at, because expensive bottles are hard to come by, and they're expensive. They're fucking expensive. So, to me, your expensive bottles have to be your first pour, because when I went through these all and nosed them at the first get-go and tasted them all at the first get-go, I significantly preferred the more expensive pours. I called them out. If you go back and you watch the stream again, which I recommend that you do because it helps me, I really lean towards the more expensive bottlings. And I mean, all these are relatively expensive, but I really highlighted the fact that I liked number 1 and number 2. I said number 3 was my favorite, and I stand by that. That limited edition is super duper underrated, and you can ask Nate and Trevor. I fucking said that to them. I said the 15 Knob Creek is underrated. Matter of fact, if Tab25 was in this chat right now, he would tell you, he and I, Tab25 and I, sat down and we tried a bunch of Knob Creek 15-year picks against blind against the 15-year Knob Creek limited edition. It won every time. People are fucking sleeping on the Knob Creek 15-year limited edition, and this is another blind that proves it. I don't care what any other whiskey channel says. If you see a Knob Creek 15-year store pick, no, not a store pick. If you see the Knob Creek 15-year limited edition, fucking buy it. I think that counts as a soapbox. That counts as a soapbox? I got on my soapbox about that. Here. If you want to hear more soapboxes, join me at patreon.com/thedrinkpro. I just posted a fun video last Friday. I post them every Friday, and I will be posting another video here in the near future talking about why the hell I found the Van Winkle Family Estate Rye, or whatever the fuck they call it, to be so different in my blind from not Mike McAllister, from Mike Halliday last week versus the video that I posted about the pour. I figured out some kind of answer. You should check it out on the Patreon. Patreon.com/thedrinkpro. You have access to that at the lowest levels. It's only $3 a month. That's as little as less than, in fact, 1 pour of the Well whiskey at your local bar for me a month. So I would greatly appreciate your help. Finally, the one I got right. Well, I didn't get it right. No, I did get it right. Yeah, the barrel rye, single barrel, number 5. I got that from the smell. I want to just pat myself on the back. I see a couple people in the chat saying I was too hard on myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back because number 5, I called it based on the smell. I smelled that and said, "Oh, this is barrel rye at 139 proof." It is. It's a barrel rye, single barrel, 14-year, 69.34% alcohol, which means it's 139 proof. All right, I'm way behind on the chat. I've gotten all up in a tizzy here. What's going on? Akeem's blowing his money on whiskey, as you should, my man. Keep blowing your money on whiskey so I can come taste it. I'll see you this weekend, brother. I'm gonna meet up with Akeem this weekend, if you couldn't tell. Trev says it was crazy how close you were. Great job. Nate says you were way too critical on yourself. Those were spot on or damn near close. Yolanda asked if I got any correct. People told her I got some right. Expensive bottles are always a second pour. I like a warm up. I think that's a good call, Nate. Get yourself... So, sort of half jokingly, at the start of several of my streams, I've taken a pull off of this bottle because I really don't like it. But there's a real value to that because, taking a pull off of something accustoms your mouth to the alcohol, right? You get, if you take a sip of something and it's, anything more than 40%, even at 40%, and you've had no alcohol, you're gonna, fuck with your mouth, and you're not gonna enjoy that first pour. So pour something you either don't like or something that's cheap. Get your palate accustomed to drinking alcohol. Tony Two Toes, what's up, brother? Get your palate accustomed to drinking alcohol, and then go in for your big dollar pour. Especially after something like this, you'll be happy you did. Okay. What else is going on in the chat? I think a lot of people like to do the warm-up. Trevor really enjoys the Kentucky, or the Knob Creek 15-year limited edition. Mike says there was teenage-aged whiskey, and the one that didn't belong is the Glen Grant 15 because it's the only non-American. That's fair. Okay, I think I said that the... So I said the Barrel Rye. Wait a minute now. Oh, man. So I should have realized something was up. So I said that the difference was the store picks. I said that the theme was store picks, but I fucked up because all 5 of the ones I guessed were store picks. I didn't remember that the Barrel Rye was a store pick. I should have, but if I remembered that the Barrel Rye was a store pick, then I would have definitely said 4 wasn't. And I may have leaned towards saying, oh, the difference is it's not American. Because it definitely wasn't American. Alright, what else is going on in here? I haven't tried the mystery pour yet, Yolanda. We got some fun shit happening in the chat. Okay. Now I'm up to speed on the chat. I've gotten on my soapbox. Let's try the mystery pour, which I have not read. It was still, I covered it like that, and because I'm really good at sectioning off my brain, I didn't read it, but this does not smell good. Oh, it just smells like rubbing alcohol, guys. Oh, it's so high proof. Oh, I bet I know what this is. It smells like rubbing alcohol because this is not something to be drank in a Glencairn, to be honest. It's so high proof. Okay, let's taste it. I don't know what Yolanda is trying to do. She's feeding me fucking look at this pour. Look at this pour of what I guarantee you is like 135 plus proof whiskey. She must be trying to get some tonight or something. I mean, that shit is hot as fuck. I know it's one of my open bottles. I get it, Yolanda. I see you, girl. I see you. This is hot. This is hot. It's a light whiskey, too. The way I know it's a light whiskey is the flavors are very bright, they're very light, they're very gentle. But it's so high proof. You can taste how high proof it is. And to get something that high proof, Malort with rubbing alcohol. Thank God it's not that, Mike. Akeem says, you a real man. I'm trying to be out here. I mean, I'm out here trying to be. That's the J. Mattingly. I do not have very many pours that are at 139 proof or higher. I think I've got 3 bottles open that are at 135 plus proof. 2 of them are light whiskeys. 1 of them is a rye. Tony Two Toes is correct. 1 of them is Obtainium, and the other one is the Bourbon 30, aka J. Mattingly store pick that I picked up in Tennessee. Now, the Obtainium has been opened a lot longer than the J. Mattingly, so it's lost some of that hit. And because of that, I am pretty confident that this is J. Mattingly. Which is interesting, because I hated the nose of it. If you saw earlier in the stream, I really shat on the nose of this J. Mattingly. It was not my favorite. But when you sit there and you taste it, and this is worth noting as well, you've got to drink these high proofers differently. With things that are 100 proof or lower, you can sip them with some larger sips, almost gulps even. And you can enjoy them and get a lot out of them. With something that's at that high proof, you got to take little nips. And you don't smell it like this. You smell it like this. You barely put your nose. Can you see the difference? Let me show you the difference. This is the Knob Creek. I'm going to get close to the camera, so just excuse me. This is the Knob Creek 15. You see how close that is to my face? See how my nose is all up in that glass? This is the J. Mattingly. That distance matters. And when you're sipping it, this is a sip of the Knob Creek 15. Hold on, I'll do side by side. All right. This is a sip of the J. Mattingly. I don't know if that second difference was as obvious as the nosing, but I took a tiny sip compared to a relatively healthy sip of the J. Mattingly. That high proof J. Mattingly has to be treated differently. And, you know, that could easily... Got a bug. Didn't kill him. Let's check and see if I'm right. We'll do the reveal along with you guys. Got it! J. Mattingly slow motion. Got it. I only have one J. Mattingly open. It's the slow motion. 139 proof. It's a hitter. But it's hot as shit. And like I said, you know, you drink those high proofers differently. And that matters. Oh, man. All right, guys. We're only an hour and 41 minutes into this stream, and I am feeling this whiskey. That's what I get for getting... I mean, I shouldn't say too much. 4 of the 5 pours were pretty low proof. Well, relatively speaking. You know, I've got the Old Fitz, which is 100, the Elijah Craig 18, which is 90, the Knob Creek 15, which is 100, the Glen Grant 15, which is 100. So 4 of the 5 were under 100, but 2 of them were 140, almost 139. They were, you know, 5 and 6 were both 139. So that's worth something. Let's go ahead and mix together. So if you can see, this is how much I had left of the Old Fitz 14. This is how much I have left of the Elijah Craig 18. Let's mix them together and get a little frisky. It is the after hours. We've officially entered the after hours portion of the live stream. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for continuing to stay with me now that the game is over. I tried to tear the paper. That did not go as intended. What the hell? What kind of paper is this? I was trying to do like a... That's what I wanted. I wanted this. Nonsense. I'm going to keep this envelope. This is a perfectly good envelope. And it's these fancy envelopes, like the sticky part on the back. So you just... I might have to mail checks or something in the future. We're keeping this envelope, damn it. Got bills. I got warrants. I don't have warrants. Well... What's going on in the chat here? There's all kinds of stuff. It was not a bottle of Krabby Booker's, Captain. I love all kinds of whiskeys, but keep an open mind, but don't like Jay. I can see that, Mike. It is... I'll say this. Mike McAllister, do you like any light whiskeys? Because I think a lot of people don't care for light whiskey, period. If you like light whiskey, I think there's a way to enjoy J. Mattingly. But it has to be a good pick, and it has to be drank in a very specific, weird, actually, way. So, let me know. Ah! Oh, man, I just tore off a bunch of pages from this notebook. Deal with that later. So, we've got the blend of Elijah Craig 18 and Old Fitz 14. Nate says 12 to 14 ounces of any whiskey in this time period is a lot. Ha ha. This is when stuff gets weird. Oh yeah, we're here to get weird. Everybody's laughing in the chat. Who pays their bills with checks anymore? Listen, there are some things that you can't pay digitally. You cannot pay over the internet. Such as the check I had to hand deliver for the down payment on the first house I tried to buy. Not down payment. The, what do they call it? Earnest money. That house fell apart, so we're looking at others. Yolanda said that's why she used a Post-it. I don't know what nonsense comment I mentioned that was responding to, but I do appreciate you using Post-its, and I hope you don't mind that even though there's only this little portion written on, I'm crunching them up. This is actually really solid on the nose. I think I like this better than the sum of its parts. Hello.
Hi, troublemaker.
Yolanda has come to join the chat.
I was in the chat. I didn't come to join the chat. Yes, my ass is big. It hits shit. Constantly knocking shit over. You didn't eat your carbs.
I've been eating. Have you been watching the stream? I've been eating it.
I started watching when I said hello. Here.
I'm working on them. Thank you.
Well, but now my butt's in the way.
What do you want to say to the people? You're so much shorter than I am.
Yes.
Like, for anybody watching, we're standing shoulder to shoulder. Like, that's how much shorter she is than I am.
A whole foot.
Hold on, let me, there you go.
Thanks.
We want to say to the people.
I came to visit because everyone likes when I'm on stream.
They
and
do.
I was done working.
People love you. They like you more than they like me.
That's probably true, but I'm real sassy with you, so somebody needs to put your dumb ass in your place.
I'm not dumb. I'm real smart.
This is not smart.
Depends on how you define smart. Akeem just said, "Aight."
There's no T there. I think it's like hi.
What the fuck, Akeem?
Like hey, hi.
I think that's like an affirmation, like like yes.
That they like me on the stream?
Yes.
Or that you're dumb?
No, they like you on the stream. No one likes you, Kyle. Nate, you always make me laugh. Sassy's okay, bring it. Oh, she brings it. She brings it, Captain.
Constantly. You're pulling my hair. Thanks.
I'll just leave.
Okay, bye. What are you guys drinking tonight? You know what Kyle drank. I'm drinking vodka tonic in a very large glass. It's a lot of ice, though.
A pirate's life is a life for me.
He's singing about pirates in the bathroom now. Trev's drinking peach tea because
of course he fucking is.
He's the basic bitch farmer over there. And Nate's giving him shit about posting the ass emoji. Does he always say ass tea? Or just in this particular chat? Like when you guys talk a lot? Does he say he's drinking ass tea a lot? Akeem is acting like he's doing work. Hey, I'm right there with you. Would you like more chips?
No.
Okay. You can raise the camera back up. I got her to eat a little bit during the stream. Why has he used that ass emoji a lot?
That's not an ass.
We know. It's a peach.
Peach is... okay. So, we're going to have this conversation now.
Oh, God.
So...
I'm on Team Nate.
So here's my thinking about the peach emoji. I think the peach emoji is for a vagina, not an ass.
No, it's not.
A peach is a shaven pussy.
No, it's not.
And I stand by that. Oreo's been sick, Trev. She won't eat. She's got E. coli.
She has a UTI with a resistant strain of E. coli. It has nothing to do with her stomach. I think she's just not feeling well and kind of constipated because she's on antibiotics, and so she isn't wanting to eat.
What's the pussy emoji if it isn't peaches?
Taco!
Nah. No. That's a terrible one. The fuzzy peach. Captain knows what's going on.
No, I'm with Team Nate. It's like this.
No. This is some millennial fucking slang, but a Georgia peach
is an ass.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't in the early 2000s.
Well, it was in the 2010s.
Well, I don't live in the 2010s. I live in the 2000s.
See, taco equals pussy.
That was the glory days.
Or just the cat. The cat emoji also equals pussy.
No. If you go back and listen to early Ludacris. Now, hold on now. If you listen to early Ludacris.
Hang on. You understand, in the year 2000, you were 10 years old, so you shouldn't have known what a pussy was, period.
Oh, I knew so much more than I should when I was 10. Ludacris, if you ask Ludacris, we'll find it. I'll Google this shit.
You just hit me in the boob.
Booby. I'll find an interview from the 2000s with Ludacris. I'll find an interview with Ludacris in the 2000s because he had a song where he said something about he was from Atlanta, home of Georgia peaches.
Yeah, that's an ass.
No, it ain't. We're gonna have this. We're gonna do this.
Somebody Google the shit and put it in the chat. I have to walk the dog.
All right.
Don't
have
spill my
fun.
drink.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Google that shit right now.
What was I doing? Let's drink some whiskey. Oops. Nate says, Kyle, what rapper doesn't talk about a giant ass? Trev says, my favorite movie. James and the Giant Peach. Oh, man. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark, and I have had too many pours of whiskey. Trevor's in on a Gaze bullet pick right now. I got a bunch of messages. Okay. I've been seeing people keep sending me this fucking bottle, and I'm sick of it. I don't have any Rock Hill Farms. I would love some Rock Hill Farms. I am not going to pay secondary price for Rock Hill Farms. It's a tasty, tasty Buffalo Trace whiskey. I am not paying secondary for it. If you happen to have a bottle of Rock Hill Farms that you're willing to sell for a not crazy amount of money, hit me up at thedrinkpro.com. TheDrinkPro. Just add at gmail.com to that. At gmail.com. Or join my Patreon. Spend $3 a month. Join my Patreon and tell me you're going to sell me one of those. I would love that. The Glen Grant 15 is fantastic. I gotta say, maybe it's psychosomatic, or maybe it's just like my current state of affairs, but I don't get as much of the peatiness off of this Glen Grant 15 as I got initially. And part of the reason that I have 4 bottles of Glen Grant, whereas I have very few bottles of any other Scotch brands, with one exception. I do like a Lagavulin. But The Glen Grant is a beautiful mix of like fruity and a hint of peat, and that is a beautiful combination for my book, and I love it. And I only very recently opened the Glen Grant 15, and it's a pretty good pour, I must admit. Akeem hasn't had a Akeem has not had a Rock Hill Farms pour in 5 years. It's pretty solid, man. What are you doing? Oh boy, here we go. I'm going to take this off of my... I'm going to take a step back so people can see your hands. I'm going to take this off of my wooden table because I don't want...
It's insulated.
I don't care.
It doesn't get cold.
I don't care.
Okay.
Don't want things sitting on my wood. My wood needs to be left alone. So you better leave it alone. Anyway, let's go ahead and taste some more whiskey. This here is a beautiful Glen Grant 15. She's already given up. She can't commit to the bit.
You're too tall. That was full extension on my armies. You didn't have to lower the camera.
Here, we'll just...
I look fat when you do that. No! No. Now you see all my rolls.
Now you're on camera.
I will run away if you don't raise everything up.
I count on it.
Excuse you, people like me, and you make me put myself on the thumbnail.
I didn't make you do anything.
You specifically requested me on the thumbnail.
Because you were picking the whiskeys.
Well, I picked one as a bonus.
You were an important component of this process.
Yeah, I had to do it on my lunch hour, so you're lucky ass. I wasted my lunch hour for you.
Give the after tasting viewer something to view. Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm leaving. Bye.
All right, bye.
I don't want any of that nonsense.
Look at that. That's what a man's chest looks like. That's manly.
You're gross.
All right. Now that that's over with.
Did we come to a consensus about the ass emoji?
Nope.
Did anyone bother looking it up?
Nate says, what the hell is happening? I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening.
Kyle's a jerk. That's what's happening.
I am not a jerk. I have never been a jerk. I am not a cat. I'm ready to continue. Trev asked, how is the Corn Daddy shirt coming, Yolanda? She has been slacking on the merch store. Why don't you come in and answer Trev's question?
Why? You told me you wanted me to leave.
No, why don't you come in and answer Trev's question about why our merch store is still very bare bones? Come on in.
Why? You don't want me
Come
here.
on in. The water's fine.
You don't want me here.
I want you here to answer Trev's question.
Whose white baby is that?
No one knows what that means.
No, but it's made you laugh.
I do, Nate. I want that damn Rock Hill.
Hi, guys. I'm small, especially with the ticker. Just take the ticker off.
Oh! What? Uh-oh.
I didn't do anything. You started smashing the mic.
Yeah, that's my bad. Why don't you take a step back so they can see you?
I don't want to be seen. I want to live under a rock.
All right, fine. Come here and live under a rock and tell them why. Why has the Corn Daddy shirt not been created yet? Nate, I do want that Rock Hill Farms.
Probably. Well, it's definitely not going to be quarterly merch because Kyle already bought it. Like the merch, not the shirt.
The next quarter merch is coming soon.
So
If you're here on Saturday, Trev, you'll get it early.
we've had a sick dog for like 2.5 months.
Excuses.
And we're looking for a house.
She's full of them, guys.
And I literally sit in the same office all day long, so it's really hard for me to work on my computer when I get off work because I don't get a single change of scenery because I'm still working from home. And I don't have a good reason, guys. There's a lot going on here.
You want me to turn the ticker off so I can see your smiling face?
No, I'm fine being under a rock. Thank you. You can put the ticker back on.
Nope.
I'm getting a haircut on Saturday, so all this is gonna go away.
She's gonna shave her head on Saturday, and then I'm gonna make fun of her for being butch as hell.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen because I told my hairdresser she could do whatever she wants. Except for a mullet. She can't give me a mullet because apparently those are back in fashion and I'm not having any
I think
of it.
she will not shave your head entirely. If I had to guess.
No, but she knows that I've done it before, so if that's what she wants to do.
It's bad for business. See, what you got to think about is that for a hairstylist, they need you to come back in. So when you say, all right, give me whatever you want, they're going to give you a haircut that requires a lot of maintenance.
Well, but she also knows if she shaves my head the way I had it before, I will just shave it myself.
But that's my point, is that does not require a lot of maintenance. A very carefully floofed,
I don't think Abby's going to do that. I think she's going to have a lot more fun with color, but... Why are we rocking?
I don't know. I like rocking.
See, Trev said it's okay.
I have tons of action when I'm on these streams. I'm an active person. I'm active. I like action. Oh, poor girl.
You're going to take out half the room. Oh, but what if something's on your table? Oh, goodness, that is a brave...
Watch the table.
Well, I'm watching the dog. You can see her back.
Squirt!
Well, your breath is so terrible. That must mean you've finished your food. One of the many foods I've tried. I've tried to feed her like 10 times today. Oh. What is that last question from Nate? Rock Hill Farm something.
Does anybody have an idea how to tell what year a bottle of RHF is? I do, but that's not a conversation for tonight. We will chat about that later. Akeem says, doggo.
She's a very sick doggo.
Entertain the people. I'm going to get fried rice.
We don't have fried rice.
Oh, we do, though.
Are you talking about your weird concoction with chickpeas in it? Because that does not make fried rice. Ground beef, chickpeas, and whatever else nonsense you put in there does not make fried rice.
There's like 40 ingredients.
Again, that does not make fried rice. That's just rice that has 40 different ingredients in it. That you yourself said, this is a question mark, and I don't know if I like it. And you certainly won't. And no one is saying anything to me, so I guess I'm not that entertaining.
Nah, not that entertaining. Hey, that hurts. Don't pull on my beard that hard. Kyle lives in his own world.
Yeah, I just am part of the chaos. I do try... Oh, goodness. Oh, no! What just happened?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave.
Okay, bye. He did not count for my quarantine body. Just tried to lift me up and it embarrassed both of us. So that's what happened. The real star of the show who desperately wants to go to bed. Doggo. Doggo, doggo, doggo. I guess I'm entertaining the people.
Are you entertaining the people?
Well, yeah, I was looking at the chat. I think Trevor was reacting to what in the world when you just, like, up and left.
Well, that's fair.
Ugh. It smells real weird, guys.
I put ketchup on it.
Why?
I don't know.
Thank you. Did she finish her food?
I don't know.
Why didn't you look?
I don't know. Alright. So. Uh-oh. That's the fried rice. I put ketchup on it, which is a huge mistake, but seemed fun. We've got, oh no, we've got 11 ounces of whiskey down. 2 more to go. But I don't really want to do that. What I want to do, if the first person that names a whiskey in the chat that I actually own, I will drink that whiskey with my fried rice. So name a whiskey in the chat that I actually own, and I will pour some of it. A probably 1 ounce or less pour.
Someone say Jay Mattingly. Slow motion.
No.
Make him real fucked up for the rest of the night. He's already there. But
You don't want that.
I'm already having to clean up your messes.
No, you're not. Not my real messes.
No, they were little kitchen messes, but I did have to go clean stuff up. Booker Granny. That's the winner.
Booker Granny's first in. All right. Just to prove it, Granny's batch. Let's see if this got any better since the last time I tried it. I have not particularly enjoyed this pour.
I can't get it back up there.
Well, I'm going to put it back because I'm not drinking more than 1 pour of this.
Wow. Oh, you didn't make it all pretty.
What do you mean?
All the other ones have their labels on the front.
I see.
Does anyone have any questions for me while I'm here, since I'm here so infrequently?
It's very peanutty. It's more peanutty than I remember, especially because I'm having this meal.
Phone Doctor says he likes that Booker's a lot.
It's alright. Not my favorite, but Nate really likes it.
Thank you. You have too many Bookers up there.
Granny drank too much and fell in the snow again.
6, 8, 10.
Yep.
What are you going to do if you get more than 10?
Finish one.
Fair enough.
I don't know. The recent editions have not been good. To the point where I am now only buying future Bookers if I can try them first and I like them. Because they've raised the price twice since I started buying them. And the quality has significantly decreased since I started buying them. So they're more expensive, they're less good. I ain't fucking with them. I like Bookers. Oops. I like Bookers just fine. But they fucked around with the formula. And now it's in a holding pattern. Got rice on my lips.
Sexy. I want McDonald's.
What do you want?
McDonald's.
Go get it. You're sober.
Oh, I am not.
Oh.
This is the second almost full one of these I've had of vodka tonics.
Oh.
I'm just doing better than you are. But I also had that huge bowl of popcorn and 8 Oreos.
8? You ate 8 Oreos? Holy shit.
They were
Hey, that's a
gluten-free.
ton! The serving is 2!
I ate them in 2 sets of 4.
What do you all have to say about 8 Oreos? 8!
Oh, shut up. You finished your package of Oreos in like 2 days.
But I ate them 2 at a time, goddammit.
But I've had that package of Oreos in there for like 2.5 weeks.
Oh my goodness. No, it has not been 2.5 weeks.
Since Oreo's party, yes, it has. And I bought them the night before.
You're overconfident in your sense of time.
You're underconfident. A week and a half.
Oreo's party was the 12th. It's 12 days. That's less than 2 weeks.
I changed it to a week and a half before you finished looking it up. Because I realized I added wrong.
Nate hasn't eaten 8 Oreos in 4 years.
What if I told you they were gluten-free? Does that change anything?
No.
They were gluten-free, but they were also double stuffed. Paired nicely with my vodka tonic.
Oh, yes, I'm living the high life with my classy existence of Oreos and vodka tonic.
Stress eating, okay? Leave me alone. I've had a really bad day.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Come on.
Or at least they weren't deep fried, said Phone Doctor.
See, he's on my side, kind of. I don't think I would like a deep fried Oreo. Oh my god, gluten-free Oreos are good.
Honestly, Nate, they're pretty damn close to the regular Oreos.
He did a side-by-side.
They're like 95% the same. The difference is all texture, too, not flavor. Ugh. Alright. Well, after that...
Trevor, go ask your wife if she would ever eat 8 Oreos in a sitting.
Yeah, Trevor.
I bet the answer is yes.
Trevor, you should ask your wife what the most Oreos she's eaten in one sitting is.
Shut up, you've eaten more than 8 in a day.
Nuh-uh.
Yo.
Prove it.
I can't. Your package of Oreos is gone. You guys, no kidding. Okay, so first off, the gluten-free package is like half the size of a regular. And his regular package was gone in like 2.5 days. So he definitely ate more than 8 in a day. But I can't prove it because the package has been gone from our house for a week or more. And I'm pretty sure he's been sneaking some of mine out of the package because I have not eaten 2/3 of the package. So he can shit on my eating 8 Oreos all he wants, but I know he eats a lot more than that. What are you eating right now? One of my Oreos? Carrots. Fair enough. How can you be this close to me? It's burning up in here.
You like sweating?
Yeah, because I'm really hot.
Okay.
No.
Sure?
I'm positive.
You sure?
I'm not going to eat semi-phallic objects on the internet.
Until you get the follows.
I'm not the one with...
I'll shove a carrot all the way deep in my throat for a follow. Nate predicted this very early in the stream.
Which part?
All of it.
Yeah, Trev says you can turn the air up now. Go do it. It's real hot in here.
You are so sweaty.
Yeah, I know. I told you. It's really hot in here.
You're gross. Why are you so sweaty?
I don't know. At least I'm not creating my own puddle like you do.
I'm not creating a puddle.
Not right now. But normally I will go to give him a hug and like his entire back is just like he just took a shower.
What's going on in the chat?
Nothing. Crickets. They hate me. They really hate me.
Akeem says he needs an Oreo Blizzard.
Yeah, and then Nate chimed in and said he did too.
This carrot is kind of mushy.
Then don't eat it. Go eat a different carrot.
Pluck your face out. There we go. Has this ever happened to you? Trevor says, "Oh God, that's not where I thought you were going with shoving the carrot." Well, we've lost most of our viewers. We're 2 hours and 15 minutes into the stream. I'm pretty done. You all keep drinking like professionals. The end of this stream was certainly not professional, but you already knew that was going to happen if you were a regular viewer. So I got work in the morning. Y'all keep what?
Nate wants to know how we got to limp baby carrots.
Alcohol. So drink responsibly and drink like a professional, and you guys have a good night. I'll see you later. Cheers.
Bye.